Good morning, everybody. This is Ronnie P, Pilot Gardener and Reefer here. This is my week 6 update on my vegetable garden. First time ever to have a vegetable garden. I know it probably sounds a little crazy to some, but it's, you know, some of you veterans out there, but this is my first time ever to have a garden, and I've had really good success where I think a lot of others have failed. My neighbor across the street from me has a vegetable garden, and they're not having as much luck as I am. So I think I'm doing something right. The way I have everything set up, the way that I'm watering, you know, the fertilizers and pretty much everything that I'm doing. So I'm producing, looks like good results on all my plants. Now this is just one. You can see I've got 4 tomatoes grouped up right here, pretty good size. And then if I come up a little higher, you can see where another group's starting to form here and right there. And you can see all the other little clusters of blooms that are just all over this plant. So there's more to come with just this one plant. Now, of course, I'm gonna back up a little bit and look at how big all the tomato plants have gotten. Check it out. I mean, they're a good 3.5, almost 4 foot tall. All right, so check it out. I mean, this one right next to it's loaded up with tomatoes. I figure we'll probably be picking some tomatoes in a couple weeks. Now these are the red beefsteak tomatoes. Doing really good. Let's go over here. This one here, pretty much all the red beefsteak tomato plants are all covered up with tomatoes. Let me check those out there. My little strawberry plant, I just got this thing for the fun of it, and it's making strawberries. You can see a little baby strawberry there, and one kind of under the bottom there. It's making strawberries. I didn't think it would do it, guys. I don't know. I just kind of got it for the fun of it, just to kind of fill in a little spot here. Now these are my Romas. Check those out. Neat little guys there. I've had Roma tomatoes. They taste so good. And my other Roma plant right next to it. You can see them all grouped up there. I've also got some cherry Romas, and we'll check those out here in a minute. This is my cucumber plant. I think it's gonna do okay. First I thought it was gonna die on me, but you can see all the little blooms. It won't be long, we'll have cucumbers popping off of this sucker here. All right. And it's a little bit harder to see kind of these in the middle, but they all have tomatoes kind of tucked in. This one right here is so dense. And there, I do see a few tomatoes from here. They're a little harder to make out from this distance. These are my cherry tomatoes right here. And you can see those guys right here starting to pop in. And there we go. Bunch of cherry tomatoes under the bottom. You can see them all in there. It's just loaded up with them. Here's another. Well, sorry, this is the early girl. My dad said that that his dad used to plant these. And you can see they're doing pretty good. All right, now here are some of my cherry Romas, and you can see how they have that little cherry tomato, but they look they're teardrop shaped. So I've got a couple of those. I think this plant and then that one right over there, we'll check it out when we move to the other side of the garden. But check out my squash. My squash plants are doing super good, and I want you to check out this one right here. Check it out. I mean, this one right here is just about ready to come off the vine. Got some back here about the same size. See the small ones getting ready to pop out, and all the new blooms everywhere. You can see them all growing underneath right down here. And pull them back, you can see, I mean, they're just everywhere. And we're gonna have some squash and zucchini over here at this house. But check it out. under every plant, we have squash growing. That's just really cool, y'all. I wasn't sure how this was gonna work out for me, but I think it's gonna be okay. I think I'm doing something right here. Now my watermelons are doing really good. I wasn't sure how they were gonna turn out, but you can already see there. I'm gonna have little watermelons popping up here before too long. So just a couple of days ago, these flowers weren't even here. But you can see, I can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5. And I'm sure there's probably some I'm missing of flowers that are popping out. So we're gonna have some watermelons, y'all. All right, my jalapeno peppers, you can see the little baby jalapenos right here growing up. There you go. Some under kind of behind this leaf here. And you can see them kind of back in the back. So I've got 2 jalapeno plants. Let's see what we got. Now these are my pimento pepper plants. We have flowers. Oh, there were some little baby peppers right there. There we go. That's the first I've seen of those. So that's just maybe in the last couple days. Some flowers there. I don't see any. Yeah, here we go. There's a little pepper right there. There it is. So we do have a couple that are trying to come out. So that's both of my pimento pepper plants. Now, I've got a little cherry tomato plant right here beside my pimento peppers. And well, I'll tell you what, something that was strange. I planted my pimentos, and so I put them in the ground, and check this little set. See this lighter green stalk? Well, that's a tomato plant. And I didn't plant that there. It's coming out of the ground, I don't know if you can see it, right beside my pimento pepper plant. I don't know where in the crap that one came from, but or how or what, or I don't know what it is. But anyway, put the pimento pepper in the ground and a tomato plant pops up out of the ground. So I don't know if there's a little stray seed or maybe something fell off of one of these others, I don't know. But yeah. But this tomato plant right next to the pimentos is another cherry tomato plant. That's the Super Sweet 100s. And man, it's just loaded down with them. I mean, we've got, you know, a whole group of them here, a group of them right up here, this group here, this group right up here. And then there's a whole other section kind of on this back side right there, and then up here as well. And then not only that, but we've got all of these extra, you know, all these other sections that are full of blooms just everywhere. So I mean, if they all make, guys, we're gonna have tomatoes running out of our ears here. Now, my wife Sharon and I, we've been cooking with our basil and our cilantro a good bit, and also have given some of it away. You know, I mean, I've probably given away my cilantro, and you can see how dang tall this cilantro is. I guess it was a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, I cut this down to like 5 inches and cut every single leaf off of it. And literally in about 3 or 4 days, I had new sprouts popping out. The leaves were coming back. And then I cut some more of it down and gave it to a friend of mine. And now, you know, and I probably cut it down to here. So all this above my hand is all new growth. All this above my hand right here is just new growth. And this was just since Wednesday. So they're doing really good. Rosemary, we really haven't cooked with it a whole lot, but I just wanted to plant some of it. And but you can smell it from here. Smells really good. Flat leaf parsley, haven't really used it a whole lot. I've picked some of it, given a little bit of it away. But the basil, I'm telling you, you can break some of these basil leaves up and it smells just like something out of an Italian eatery. Really cool. They're doing really good. I mean, I pulled leaves off of this and you can see all the little baby leaves coming back in from where I've picked. So anyway, I'm just really super excited that I was able to keep some herbs out here. My wife Sharon, she tried to keep some inside in pots and that didn't work out so good. But anyway, don't tell her I said that. But they're doing good out here. And this is probably the better environment for them to be in. They've got plenty of water, plenty of sun. And from what I hear, herbs even help keep, you know, insects and those sort of things away from some of the other things growing in your garden. Now I know I've got it kind of isolated, but you know, occasionally I'll break off a few pieces of it and kind of scatter it around the garden. Now, let's see, these are bell peppers, and you can see the little baby bell peppers starting to come in. You can see the flowers, you can see the little itty bitty bell pepper up top, little flowers. This one right here is starting to really take shape. It actually looks like a bell pepper. Isn't that cool? And we've got, you know, another pretty good sized one right here growing. And this plant, let's see. I thought I saw one on this one the other day, but I guess I don't. Now here's some of the cherry romas. Now you can look at all of these sections right here. And you can see there's one little baby there. We got this section here, right there, up top, up here, and then look right there, little baby cherry romas. And you can see right here, I guess if you can see that, those are some of the larger ones on this plant. And then we've got a whole nother section of them down here. So anyway, doing really good, y'all. Another group of Super Sweet 100s. Some other Roma plants. That's really cool. They're starting to pop out. And let's see, do we have any on this one? This is one of my red beefsteak tomato plants. And this one I don't see anything on this one, which would I guess be about the only tomato plant that I've got that doesn't have anything growing on it yet. So anyway, well guys, what do you think? Now this is 6 weeks and we've got all this growth. Got fruit just about ready to pick on the squash plants. But anyway, my first time to ever do this. I'm pretty excited about it and how it's worked out. I've got, you know, a couple of salamanders that live in this garden. And I posted another video where I almost stepped on one of them and he like moved suddenly, scared me while I was shooting it must have been my week 4 or week 5 video, I can't remember. But anyway, so I've been kind of looking out for him and he's in here. We've got 1 or 2 of them, I think, roaming around the garden. And we've had the kids run the salamanders, you know, up the trees over here. And they come right on back into the garden. So it looks like to me that is beneficial. Oh, we got a little honeybee inside that little flower right there. I don't know if you can see it. Check him out. That's kind of cool. Well, anyway, guys, tell me what you think. Leave a comment if you want to. Just say hey, or, you know, tell me what you think. You know, maybe wish me luck or whatever. If it's your first time to watch any of my videos, please subscribe. If you like what you see and like to see more, click the little bell to the right of the subscribe button, and then when I post a new video, you guys will be notified of it. You know, I know a lot of you probably, you know, tune in and watch and just check out the gardening videos, but I also occasionally post some flying videos. I'm going to get a little bit better of a mounting system for my camera in the airplane so that I can bring some videos to you that look a little better. And maybe I can plug in some audio from the cockpit. So that'll be kind of fun. And also, I just started up my new reef tank. Now, it's a little saltwater aquarium, and I kept one for about 5 or 6 years, and that was 3 or 4 years ago when I was doing that. But I kept that tank prior to this one about 5 or 6 years before I stopped that. But anyway, kind of got interested in it again, and I've had that reef tank going for, oh, I don't know, about coming up on 2 weeks. Just put 2 new fish in and some new corals. And anyway, if that sounds like something fun to watch, click on some of those and you can kind of see what the tank kind of looked like in the beginning. You know, you can see where the water was cloudy and where it clears up. And anyway, and you can see where I added the fish and I added some new corals. Anyway, I'm gonna be posting a weekly update on that tank, just kind of following the progress. You know, sometimes you have issues with things don't live, things don't work out. You can kind of talk about some of the problems, some of the water parameters and stuff like that that could have contributed to the problem in the tank. Also, I'll be you know, probably shooting some little videos as I learn more about some of the equipment that I'm using, and just talk a little bit about how all that works. And you know, some of you guys out there, you know, may be interested in kind of hearing about some of that. You know, for your tank, you may want to purchase some of the same equipment. So I think it would kind of be interesting and helpful at the same time. So anyway, guys, if y'all would just subscribe, click the little bell, you guys will be notified when I post those updates. So anyway, we'll see you later. Bye.